When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport, and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Look who's here. All handsome and ready to go.
This microphone smells like deviled eggs.
Now, why won't the camera switch? I can't even. I don't even
think this camera's on.
Yes, it is. It's on.
I don't see the light.
It's on.
Okay, all right.
I'm looking at you.
All
I
right.
just can't get it to change anything. Why? Oh, there. Wait, now you're up. Wait, now, what happened now? I got you superimposed. Hang on, let me.
In front of like a green screen?
No.
As you can see right here, we have some precipitation.
Okay. Oh, I see what's happening. I did something wrong now.
Did you?
Yeah.
Story of my life, Bill Moran. I did something wrong.
There we go. I have it on auto, so this is weird, and I don't like it, but I have...
What, do I have like horns or something?
No, I had... I was letting the cameras change on their own, sort of automatically.
Oh, okay.
And it would go back and forth to us, but at some points, it's like it's fading out of me and fading into you, and we look like the sun and the moon.
Michael Jackson's black or white video?
Yeah. All right, well, I'll just ignore that, and we'll see. I'm gonna let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let the supervising producer yell at me about all that stuff.
Yeah, I heard we have one of those now.
We do.
Live from New York.
I got a message, and I love when we get messages from our listeners.
Dear Bill.
This one is it's from a longtime Billified listener, Doug.
We've only been around like 4 years, so that's quite a long time.
Yeah, he's a longtime listener.
This is our senior year, Billy.
Yeah, this is fourth year. You're right. That's right. A question and he has a question for what I am calling Dr. Dan.
All right.
That would be you.
Dear Dan.
Dr. Dan. Hey, Bill. Doctor said I should add fiber to my diet.
Way ahead of you. Go ahead.
I remember Dan Barillo saying to buy the Wegmans fiber pills, but I can't remember if he said buy the red or the blue. He was adamant on one or the other.
It was neither. It wasn't fiber. It wasn't fiber pills. It was the TopCare
green,
and white
over the orange.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the bottle, and it was the fiber powder, not the pills. Fiber powder. He was close, but it was the green one. It scores like 100 or almost 100 on the Yucca test. You don't want to buy the Metamucil, and you don't want to buy the orange. You want to buy the green. I've tested them all, baby. And if you can't afford that, get some flaxseed and grind that up. That'll work too.
Okay.
I add both to mine.
Okay. Wait, flaxseed and?
Oh, yeah.
You must shit rope.
Bro.
You gotta, seriously, you could pull ships with that thing.
Dude, they call them road apples in southern Ontario. When the horses when the mounted horses leave the piles.
Yes.
You ever look in and go, man, yeah, that was me.
Well, first of all, I love that Dan Barillo has become the fiber expert of Western New York.
Everybody's got it's like Dirk Diggler once said, Billy, everyone's blessed with one special thing. And mine apparently is fiber.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. Somewhere right here in the greater Rochester area, some guy attended the U of R and went to their medical school for 12 years to be a gastroenterologist, but it's Dan is like, no. If you're going to take the fiber, you get the green capped fiber from TopCare.
Yes. 2 scoops.
And that after I read this, I keep thinking, I go, that's something that's very, very human about us. It's when somebody speaks with confidence, we buy it hook, line, and sinker. Come on, man.
It's so funny you bring that up. So today I found on Twitter or X, John Ratzenberger.
Yes.
His story about how he tried out for Cheers.
He was trying to be somebody else on Cheers.
Well, he was auditioning for Norm.
Yes. Yes.
They didn't know they were going to have another role on the show.
Right.
It was really just going to be Sam, Coach, Diane, and Norm. Those were the four. Norm was going to be the barfly, obviously. And his only line was going to be, Bear?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And apparently John Ratzenberger didn't pass the audition. So he's going to fly back to England. And they didn't like the read. It didn't go well. So and they kind of pulled a curveball on him. So he's walking out of the room and he goes, hey, do you guys have a role for a bar know-it-all? They go, what do you mean? Well, I'm from New England. My father owned a bar, and every bar in New England has a bar know-it-all. And they would defer to this guy, whether he knew what he was talking about or not, because he spoke with such authority.
Yes!
And so John Ratzenberger, they go, okay, well, let's create a role. And Cliff Clavin was born. He auditioned for it. He had a fake Boston accent. That wasn't how he really talks, okay? Because he was more of a serious actor. He was also, I think, in Spaceballs and stuff too. But he was like classically trained and stuff. Yeah. And the character Cliff Clavin was born because he just happened to turn around on his way out the door and go, hey, if it's a New England-based bar, if it's a Boston bar, you got to have a bar know-it-all. Right. And he played that guy. And that's why I saw that. I thought to myself, I am the Billified Cliff Clavin, whether I know it or not, whether it's true or not. Well, I speak with such authority that it has to be true.
It does. It's like somebody mentions one tiny detail with confidence, and suddenly it becomes gospel. Mm-hmm. And so, whether it's the red pills, the blue pills, the fiber pills, the can of fiber, the jar of fiber, the red, orange, whatever, you say it, and that's it. And if someone says something confidently enough, we buy into that shit. And I almost think that with the internet, that is some of the problem. Mm-hmm. Don't you?
Yes,
a little bit?
I do.
I mean, I think it's some of the problem.
And here's the best part. Like, I have actually, since the advent of AI, have gone back and researched and then re-researched through other AIs if some of this stuff that's being pushed by influencers is true. And some of it is and some of it isn't. And even the AI will tell you, even we're not foolproof. You have to go and check us with others as well. Okay, so even Grok's like, here's the pratfalls. Don't use us for legal advice. Don't use us for financial advice. Why? They got to cover their bases, right? Don't use us for medical advice. But for everything else, sure, why not? And so I've kind of run this stuff. And like Gary Breck is a famous guy who likes to promote like healthy stuff. Yeah. And he goes, hey, you're gonna dehydrate yourself if you drink too much water. You got to put salt. And this one guy who's a kidney doctor, goes, I'm a kidney doctor. I've drank water my entire life, like most humans. I've never put salt in it. I've never been dehydrated, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So you got to kind of take everything with a, no pun intended, a grain of salt and do some homework on it. But fiber is always good for you. Yeah, well, okay. I'm starting to, when would you take fiber? What time of day? And here's why I ask. Because I happen to be somewhere like St. John Fisher's, and I don't want them to be blowing up the bathroom. Right. Because sometimes with fiber, you grow a tail, bro. Especially when you eat figs, too. I eat figs every day, and that helps as well. I typically, now that you mention it, I would take the fiber maybe at night. Really? So that in the morning, you can take care of it all. Instead, because here's what I do. I don't eat until noon every day. Yeah. I've been intermittently fasting now for 5-6 years just because it's become old hat. Okay. It really doesn't work as far as weight loss goes. It works more for autophagy and anti-aging properties. And even that's a little suspect, but I'm just accustomed to it. But I don't fiber's considered calories. So I eat it with my first meal, which is typically lunch around noon. And then around 2 or 3 o'clock, when will your laxative start working? So it might be better just to take it with dinner or at night or when you're ready to, about an hour or two before you go to bed. Okay. You think that's the better time? It could be. I'm sorry. I'm trying to mess with the camera. Yeah, again. Sammy, I take my fiber, whenever I feel like. All right. Now we're there. It's still not doing stuff. I can't. We got to run that by our executive producer. We need more equipment. I'm going to turn the cameras away from me because now it's just changing camera positions from one to the other. But I thought I turned off the automatic camera shit.
Oh, this is annoying. Anyway.
It's like those 1990s wedding videos. They dissolve into each other's faces.
Yes. That's exactly
during a Richard Marx song.
Exactly what we've got. And I've got to pay.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Oh. There are certain little behaviors. As I got this thing, and I thought of you, and I thought of you as the Western New York fiber expert that you are.
Yeah, take it away, Sammy.
And you're going to talk about all that stuff. I started thinking about just like there are certain little behaviors in life that kind of immediately make you think that may be someone I want to avoid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pause. Is that somebody I want to be around?
When we worked in radio, they were the callers.
Well, now, because everybody talks about relationship red flags. We hear that all the time, right?
Yes,
yeah.
tells.
Well, I started thinking and noticing things that I go, these are human red flags. They're red flags of people that that's a watch in your face. Because, so what are, in your opinion, Dan, what would be the red flags that make you cautious around someone in everyday life? Because I've got a list. That when I started this list, it would just keep coming to me, and I made a list. But just think of, off the top of your head, what are the red flags that make you cautious around someone in everyday life?
Like they come back from lunch smelling like alcohol.
Okay.
I'm a little leery of that. I mean, not just once, but regularly.
Yeah.
If they're a coworker, or if they smell like weed in the middle of the day, if you want to do that stuff, fine. But if you got to do it every day around lunch and then have the guts to come back to work, okay. Now, if you're in radio, that's different. But if you're doing a real job, I'm a little cautious of your life choices.
Okay.
I think certain people who, that's just one.
I'll give you one that I see.
People who have to constantly talk about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. I have a couple.
Cool. Okay.
The car dashboard museum. When I see someone in a parking lot that their dashboard is just all kinds of tchotchkes there, that is a person that I don't even want to be on the road with.
What about the Jeep people with the ducks?
Okay.
Is that an exception?
Not
because that's kind of a thing.
I go, the duck is cute, one or two. You have so many fucking ducks.
Dude, I've seen people with an entire dashboard like looking like Rich Stadium.
Yeah.
Of ducks.
If your dashboard looks like the clearance aisle of Hobby Lobby, no. All your fucking ducks, I don't care.
Oh, trust me, it's not Hobby Lobby. It's more like Ollie's. Okay?
I'm worried.
I don't think they can afford.
I'm worried if that's you. Yeah. Because when the sun hits your windshield and all of a sudden your dashboard is sparkling like a Finger Lakes slot machine, you know what I mean? At the Racino, or in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like those are people, honest to God. Or you ever see somebody, they've got the dream catcher, the rosary beads, the crystals, the air freshener, the air freshener, a little Buddha. The car's got 6 religions and no fucking seatbelts.
No.
That's like, I go, okay, that's somebody I don't want to be around. That's someone I don't want to be on the road with. That to me is a human red flag.
Or if the tires and the rims cost more than the car.
Yes. Human red flag.
Yes. Human red flag.
A human red flag. So what would be the male equivalent? Because I am blaming mostly women for the dashboard museum. Okay. And it's usually older women that probably have a bunch of cats at home. They got to go out and get the cat food. What would be the male equivalent of that? Like bumper nuts? Remember bumper nuts?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Bumper nuts is a big one.
Or the Calvin peeing on somebody's...
Calvin peeing on anything. Ford, Chevy, Calvin peeing on Calvin.
I got to be honest. Like, maybe it makes me less of a dude. I don't fucking know. But I would never want Calvin pissing on anything.
Yeah.
Unless it was, I can't even
How
say
about
that.
anything that identifies you? Like you're going out on a limb with a bumper sticker.
Right.
Any bumper sticker. I love the Red Wings, but I would never put a Go Wings on the back of my car. I worked at CMF with you for 6-7 years. I would never put a CMF bumper sticker on the back of my car.
Yeah, I never did either.
Okay.
Right.
There are people who have like even Jesus bumper stickers.
Now, hang on a second, because
I'm sorry. No, I can't do that.
Now here's my dilemma with that. There's a big push to get some Billified merchandise. Okay, so there's been a lot of talk lately of hats and things like that. So once
are they gonna get the shirt that says "Cancel Survivor"? That's ours.
If
I want to get one for Kevin that says "I beat anorexia on Billified."
But so there's hats being looked at and others, and there's people, and we got to get you on this email thing. It's only been one person.
Okay, Sammy, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, I'd like your opinion.
I appreciate the fact that you like my opinion, since I'm like a Mason of this show.
Yes, I like your opinion. But I go, how weird. I don't know that I could wear a Billified hat. It feels too self-serving.
I didn't even like wearing CMF stuff when I worked at CMF.
Yeah, I didn't.
Here's how I was, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't get the shirt or the hat, I'd feel like left out. Like I wasn't important enough to get the shirt or the hat. Like you and Tommy would get it. Kano would get it. Kano get like 7. One for every day of the week. Robinson had his own custom made CMF shirts.
Well, he did it himself.
Yeah, on his own, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, what, I don't get one? And then I get one, I'm like, all right, who wants it? I didn't wear it.
I don't want to wear this.
I gave away all my radio stuff.
Yeah.
All of it. I gave it away.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I have a drawer full somewhere. And I
know people who would actually pay for that stuff.
No, but I should probably frame it and put it in here, honestly, or wherever we end up.
Or you could get a tattoo like Brother Weeze. See, I worked here. And here.
No,
and here.
I don't want any tattoos.
No.
Another one. I guess I have to go back. Human red flags. Another one. Human red flag. The selfie industrial complex.
Oh, dude.
Huh?
Dudes with selfies are a big red flag.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad you brought this up because there's another subject I want to talk about. But go ahead.
If every post is your face,
you are your own religion.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
You are self-centered.
You're not social media. You are a digital shrine to yourself. 100%.
There was a woman that I dated. I think she still lives in Rochester. And she invited me over to dinner. I didn't know she had a kid, which is fine. Yeah. I walk in, her little boy, her son, I shouldn't say a little boy. He was like a teenager, answers the phone or answers the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, hi, I'm here for so-and-so. Oh, yeah, she's over here. And I walk in the house, and every picture in the house was not of her son, not of her mother, her. Every picture in the house, on the mantle, on the wall. It was like if her house could be a Facebook page, or an Instagram page, it was of her face everywhere. I'm like, yeah, run. This chick is not worth the aggravation.
No, because if you post 5 selfies a day, and I
how about
like
just one?
No, but that's not confidence. That's holding your self-esteem hostage.
Yes,
that's ridiculous. It's the craziest thing. I'm able to change the cameras again. I got control back.
All right. Nothing like control.
I need control, Dan, in my life. I need more control in my life. Okay, another one. Just staying on this theme of the selfie, the duck lips. Stop with the fucking
Is that still a thing?
Danny, I thought it went out in 2012. I talked to you about somebody last week. That did these kind of posts. What did I say to you about somebody? Don't end it. I don't remember. Oh my God! How do you not remember? These are.
Turn the mics off real quick. Refresh my memory. Okay. Right. Okay. Go on. Yeah, that's.
But there's a lot of duck lip. Dude.
Yeah.
I got this thing.
Have they scaled back on the duck lip, but still want to do the duck lip? Maybe it's like a duckbill platypus lip, or is it like a geese lip? A little less lip, but some lip.
No, look, social media usually do that. Do that face in the camera. Do that face in the camera.
Is it the Clinton lips? I too feel, you know how I used to go, I too feel your pain.
Yeah.
Like Daryl Hammond would do the Clinton lip, the Bill Clinton. Yeah. Show me these binders full of women. Those are some good times.
Well, social media is what? Really about sharing moments, right? We and probably our best moments
sharing,
and all that
sharing
stuff.
Our worst moments too.
But now it's like curating your identity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And you
You
wonder,
are the product.
Well, it's like you wonder why we have an increase in mental health stuff. And I swear to God, like I was thinking about this of the people that fall, like the red flag people. And actually, let me hold that because I have one that plays right into this and I think plays into our society today versus our parents' society. Right? Or even maybe even mine a little bit. But I was going to ask you what percentage of selfies is acceptable before you start to worry about somebody.
Percentage.
Yeah, I need a percentage. I need to know.
How about,
like if I go to your page, right, and I look at your first 7 posts, 10 posts. Let's make the math easy.
Well, let's be honest though.
If there's 3 selfies, that's 30.
Is it a selfie or is it a picture of you? Like I know guys who play in bands who people take pictures of them.
No.
And they put the picture up of themselves in the band.
Which I used to do
hang on. To promote my band.
Hang on a second. Sometimes if someone takes a picture of your band, they're tagging you on social media. You did not take that picture. You did not post that picture. They did that, right? So there are times where I've seen stuff and I go, gotta hide that. I don't want to insult the person, but I can't have that up there, right? If I'm, okay. So there's something like that. If that's the case, no problem. If it's an out-and-out selfie, that's it.
Yeah, if your arm is extended or if it's the majority of, if the picture's in the majority of you, I'd say like, let's put it this way. I'd say it's not so much a percentage, but if I see 2 or 3 in a row, I'm calling a psychologist for you.
How about the person that always says they're busy?
Too busy to do what? Return a text?
Well, here's the thing.
Or too busy to hang out? Too busy
all the time. I'm just busy. I'm busy. I find myself saying that, and I try really hard to catch myself because I think it's the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody is busy. Everybody's busy. You're no more busy than anybody else. And if you are busier than anybody else, it's by your own choice.
Yes.
You chose to do things. So shut the fuck up. And like, I actually sent somebody a text the other day, and I will not say where I was, but I go, the amount of fucking whining I am hearing right now is driving me insane. And I'm not saying anything. Yeah. I'll tell you after. But okay. I sent that text to somebody, and they called me a poly. They go, oh, you're so poly sunshine. And I go, fuck that. What? No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. But I'm just saying, like, everybody's busy, but are we any more busy or are we more distracted? So when we go to do something, the next thing we know, we fall into a 15-minute rabbit hole and we've eaten. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think we compartmentalize certain people. Like Jerry Seinfeld, the greatest joke ever. He goes, I wish I had an excuse Rolodex. Right. I don't believe in that. I believe in telling the truth all the time because that way you don't have to remember. I don't like lying, period. I think it's wrong. But if there are some people that just annoy you and you need space from those people, okay? So you got to come up with a better excuse than I'm busy. But if this person's busy all the time, if you really love that person or want to make time for that person, guess what? If you want to, you will. Yes. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse.
Yes.
Bill Moran, 2011, told me that. I did. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this unlocks everything. This is one of the secrets of life.
I mean, I always said, if you want to, you will. No matter what it is.
And by the way, you can always, it takes 2 seconds to return a text.
Yeah.
So they're telling you something without telling you.
Yes.
So take the hint.
I am, I saw that online today too. I will tell you the post. That I saw.
We're gonna have a lot of gossip today between the segments. I love it. I love coming to Billified.
Should I tape it?
We should do another podcast about a podcast between the podcast. But it's interesting because
how about the people that overshare immediately?
Well, I want to get to that.
Yeah. What was the thing you wrote down?
I wrote down #GirlDad.
Okay, well now, whoa.
You don't even know where I'm going with this.
If you brought it up, it's not positive. You're about to bitch. I guarantee it. You're not going to give a glowing report of girl dads. You're not. I know that. Am I wrong?
Let's put it this way.
Oh! You better bite your tongue.
Let's put it this way.
Oh, this is where I'm going to get on the side of every other person that has said to you, you're not a parent.
You're a great dad or a great mom.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk about it. You just effing do it.
Okay. Okay.
Hashtag girl dad.
Well, now.
Oh gosh, dude, it's become a cottage industry. If you have a daughter now, you have to like advertise for clout the fact that you have a daughter and that you're a great dad taking care of her. Now, you can post a picture of you and your family. That's cool.
All right, that's
okay.
We have friends. We have friends that have daughters. Okay. I am not.
Great. Awesome.
Kevin is not. Juice is.
Yeah.
Does he do it?
I don't know if he does. I don't know.
But now, let me tell you something else.
But I don't think Juice is a poster on social media unless people owe him money for bets. That's the new thing now. Like, you shame people. That's how you get your money. You don't whack people anymore. You just Facebook shame them and you get paid.
I think that I wonder if some of the hashtag girl dad is pushed by the moms.
No, I think it's pushed by emasculated men.
Oh, fuck, Danny. Why would you say? What do you mean?
What happened to like just doing your job and not having to post anything on social media?
Okay, I mean,
you're a man. Women, I could see that. Kids see that. Teens see that.
Oh boy,
guys.
Okay,
come on, guys.
585-206.
Come on, guys.
8866.
What are we doing here?
You can call.
Why? For what? When I was on social media, I posted about my band, the radio show, and when it came to X, the Bills, or sports, and God. My personal life rarely saw social media. Okay? It just didn't. I still haven't posted a picture from my wedding day 4 years ago. And people go, why? I go, well, if you don't have access to my Instagram page, there's a reason, because that's for people that I know. It's not for the world. It's for people that I know. I ain't got to brag about anything.
Mm-hmm. If someone tells you they don't have to brag about everything and they're not an over poster, that's a red flag.
You think I'm a red flagging right now?
I think you're a red flag. I'm teasing you.
No, well, we got to have a baseline somewhere.
Well, we do have, absolutely. You need a baseline. That's a very, very valid thing. We need to know where we're starting from.
Like Johnny Rotten once said, he talked about rap music. They asked him in the 90s about what he thought about rap music. He goes, if you're that tough, you don't need to talk about it. You just are.
Yeah. No.
Instead of end this, end that, B word this, slut that, I'll pop a cap. Shut up. Shut up. That's what social media now is. It's what rap music was in the 90s. I got to brag. I got to talk. I got to share.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no worse place than LinkedIn for this crap.
Really? I haven't been on LinkedIn. I haven't LinkedIn. I haven't set it up.
LinkedIn is...
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay. I am pleased to announce that today I've decided to accept a position as the executive producer at Billified.
Really?
It's been a fun 7 years in the past working for wherever I worked, but now I'm entitled to open up a new chapter. And then all these people. Good for you. That's awesome. I almost spit out my Congratulations. That's every post. Or someone with some unsolicited Cliff Clavin-like advice.
Oh, Dan?
Yeah. I don't post on LinkedIn.
No, okay.
I don't do it.
What do they do?
They'll post like, here's 5 ways you can make your resume better.
Okay.
Well, I hope so. You're on LinkedIn.
Yeah. No, but I mean, why is that bad?
Well, it's not necessarily bad. I'm just saying these are the things you see on LinkedIn.
Okay, I haven't
like
been...
Elon Musk rips on LinkedIn all the time.
I'm sure.
Because it's a cesspool of self-importance.
Right.
It's like Instagram for adults with jobs.
Okay. But now, I wonder if you fall into this category, because it is one that I think, and I may have heard you say this. You don't say it a lot, but the guy who says, trust me, I always think red flag with that guy. Trust me.
It's a figure of speech, but I could see, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if the guy well, hang on. No. We got to go baseline. If we say baseline, 3 trust me's in one conversation, red flag.
Oh yeah.
Red flag.
Oh, easy red flag.
Okay. And then I just
have... When I'm recruiting, I have like red flags too. I don't want to get no, but I give them 3 strikes on a call. And there's this new trend now where people don't want to admit that they lost their job. So it says working from 2016 to present or whatever. And I go, okay, so how are things going at Salesforce? Oh, actually, I left Salesforce in June of 2025, June of 2022. Oh, Well, yeah, I didn't want to change it because I'm like, strike one, you're lying.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, if you catch people in lies in conversation, I think that's something you got to be aware of. Somebody who constantly has to lie or brag or make stuff up.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge red flag.
Let me give you another red flag. If I ever, could happen, I don't know. If I ever got with a lady and decided that we were going to go on a trip, and it's a bit of a bumpy flight, and we land, and she's part of the people on the plane that clap for the fucking safe landing, I'm out. I'm fucking out.
Okay, but context is king, though. I agree, 99% of the time.
What do you mean?
What if it was like a rough flight? Like, what if there's weather and like you have to like?
I got it. We're on the ground. You want to get out and kiss the fucking ground? Fine. Okay. You clap on that plane. I don't know. No.
This is one of those situations where I want to go under the hood with you, like in the NFL.
No, but I got it.
I wanted to ask you. Okay, well, I just want to make sure.
Okay, you're right. Should we say?
No, like I said, 99% of the time, I don't want you clapping. I don't want your babies crying or clapping.
Is it appreciation or instability?
I always tell look. I like to tell the pilot on the whip, great flight, tremendous flight. I always do that every time because you know why? They smile and it makes their day. Okay. They had one job to do and they did it right. It's like when I vacuum. I want my wife to say, good job.
Yes, I'm sure.
Good job.
Did she throw you a cookie, too? A little bone in the corner?
Yeah, she stopped at Crumble.
Yeah.
Did you want the minis or did you want the big ones? Oh, both.
Is a red flag, and I mean this, is it a warning or just sometimes it's somebody who hasn't really figured themselves out yet?
That's a tough one.
You know what I mean?
What age?
I don't know. I mean, if
there's somebody like let's say you have two sons who are in their early 20s. Yeah. It's not like the 1960s where, all right, you graduate from high school, you get a job, you get married, you buy a house, you have kids. It's not like that anymore. So if Jackson or Jordan or even Jameson are still figuring themselves out, I have no issue with that. If you're 30...
Well, that's again...
I'll tell you what. I would have red flagged myself in my 30s.
I did.
Did you?
No, I'm teasing.
You and Tommy would go... Bro, you hear what he did today, bro? Did you hear about this chick that he's trying to date?
Oh, God.
Joy told me this story. Check this out, bro. I've been waiting to tell you this. I wanted to call you last night, but I'm like, no, I had to see your face. Yeah. So check this out,
There were
bro.
times Tommy was saying, Danny, I wanted to see your face when I told you this, so I waited till the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, I would red flag myself in my 30s.
There is, I'll tell you what, sometimes I will call one out. Oh, man, this is going to get me in trouble. I know it. I hate when I say that, too. It's not going to get me in trouble, but it's one
for the break, too?
I don't know. It's just that I saw someone who, and we'll get into Bam.
Amadeo.
I don't think that's how you say it.
Amadeo. It's not? Wolfgang Bam Amadeus Mozart. Yeah, it's Bam Amadeo.
Adebayo.
Oh, Adebayo. Okay.
Adebayo. Or Bam Adebayo. I think it's Bam. I think it's Adebayo. But he dropped 83 points last night.
Adebayo.
Yes. And somebody I know who is not even, I think, a fan of the NBA, and I'm not sure that they're a fan of the Miami Heat. I'll just say the NBA in general, and maybe a casual fan, but posted a picture of Bam on their Instagram story.
Okay.
Yeah. And it made me go, all right, come on. It's not like, I don't even think they watched the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they watched it because I was up a little bit later last night. I was watching the Lakers.
Male or
the
female?
Timberwolves. Male.
Okay.
Young.
Oh,
so
okay.
I and that would be me saying sometimes when you start hijacking someone else's accomplishments a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that, I mean, it should be recognized 100%. It's an amazing thing that happened, and we'll get into it in a minute, but I don't know. It feels like it's not yours to go like that.
But I mean, he's a public figure who did something incredibly.
Got it. Then put, impressive or.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or inspiration. I'll even take that just to put it up.
Okay.
I feel like you're grandstanding. But
isn't that what X is? Like if I saw that, I retweet. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Repost it.
Yes. If someone wrote inspirational, amazing.
What if I'm just sharing the story?
Thought?
Like that was a big deal. Like he passed Kobe
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just one short. Well, he's 17 short of Will, but that's a different Will Chamberlain.
We'll get into all that.
But
yes.
Yeah, but you brought that up. Here's another red flag. Let's say you work in a public career where you're on camera or you're on the radio all the time.
Right.
And you decide to make these funny videos where you're making faces and doing funny things and putting them on your Instagram all the time as if you don't get enough attention at work.
Right.
Is that not a red flag?
No.
Why not?
Because it's part of what I'm sure the person's being told to do. And maybe they don't have a great...
I don't see anybody else doing it.
Well, I'm gonna.
I'm not talking about teeny bopper stations. No. I'm talking about grown men.
Okay.
Doing stuff like this.
Okay, but I doing what?
Like
cutesy stuff?
Cutesy.
It depends on what station they're on and who their audience is. I hate to defend this because I think I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
But I hate to defend it a little bit.
Well, the only reason why I'm bringing it up is because this is somebody who would have made fun of this guy 20 years ago. And he's now become that guy. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, maybe I have the wrong guy.
Okay.
But what I was going to say is I think a lot of times you're trying to show the whole thing. You know, I do stuff that shows people more of the whole thing with the podcast and things.
I'm not talking about stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm talking about I had to go out of my way to do this. It has nothing to do.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I've done it. I posted a picture of my dinner tonight. I made ahi tuna steaks.
Okay, but this is a podcast you have to promote. You're not like on regular public air.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like your social media is an extension of this.
Yes.
Their social media is actually just another thing.
You're gonna
what?
Nothing. I know exactly who you're talking about now. And I didn't at first. I was wrong in my first guess.
Okay.
But I got it now. All right, we will...
like, when you crave that much attention, you'll never get enough of it. That's not a red flag?
I guess it is. I will say that I'm familiar with someone who is extremely famous, and I don't want to say their name. It's been said, and it's been said after this, and you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Who said that they are addicted to fame. And I can understand that.
Wow.
I can understand it. I really can. And so if that's the case, right, and you've got so much, that's just what you like. There is something addictive, about it. There is. And recognition.
It all ties into social media, which is all part of it now. It's that dopamine hit. Yeah. They like what I wrote. They like what I said.
Right.
It's self-validation. I was hooked on it for a while before I got off it. And even with X, when I put up a post, I kind of like hey, somebody liked what I thought. That is kind of cool.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. I'll agree with that.
How about red flags for one more?
Yeah.
Favor guy.
Favor guy.
The guy who's always asking for favors.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, okay. Doing
Press.
favors too, because he can't say no to anybody either.
Vinny Press.
Hey, buddy. No, but how about like the guy who also is always doing favors? Because now it's like they can't say no. Is that a red flag?
Is that a red flag? Yeah.
Then I've been red flagged.
No, I think
I have a tough time.
It depends if you're doing back and forth. Yes, I mean setting a healthy boundaries an okay thing. You don't want to be the person that gets walked on or is seen that way. So I don't know. I'd have to think about that one as a red flag because that if it's reciprocal
or is it a green flag? Hey, I'm going to take advantage.
Well, if it's reciprocal, I mean I try to be reciprocal with some people, but they won't. They just like doing that. I'll give you a name off here.
So we're up to 5 off-air names.
All right, you're gonna have to go to my social media and just check out because I will tape this and I'll put it up on something. And I'm not saying when.
Okay.
And sometime this weekend, check it out, and we will get into this. What do we need to believe something happened? What do we need to believe something actually happened?
Faith, Billy.
Okay. Well, you might be right. We'll get to that right after this. Ever look at your wall and think, that hole definitely wasn't there yesterday? Or maybe your faucet's got a drip that's slowly driving you into madness. That's when you got to call my buddies at Mac of All Trades because it's your home. And if you don't have the skills to fix it yourself, go to the people who do. And trust me, there's nobody better than Mac of All Trades. They do everything. Leaky faucet, they got it. Drafty windows and doors, done. Electrical, plumbing, carpentry, sure. Full kitchen or bath remodel, oh yeah, they'll do that too. From patching the hole that someone made by definitely not slamming the door to transforming your entire space. Mac of all trades gets it done quickly and the right way. Stop putting up with cold drafts and half-finished to-do lists. Give them a call at 585-202-9218 or find them online at macofalltrades.net. Get started on that to-do list today. Mac of all trades. No job too small.
So Racing Randy's addicted to fame, huh?
Yep. How'd you know?
Yeah, I can tell, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Racing Randy is a wonderful human being,
Yes,
and I
he
have
is.
to say that because I think what you tell yourself is kind of how you live. And I've been telling myself lately, I'm just so busy. I got so much. There's a lot. And Racing Randy has tried to been sending messages through social media and calling, and then I finally the other day I'm in the car and I go, I owe the man a call. I got the time right now. So I did. I called him.
I did an article with Racing Randy a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it was about Tyler Reddick. Racing Randy thinks something's going on in NASCAR.
Yeah, I
that
know.
Tyler Reddick won the first 3 races. This would be like a mediocre quarterback winning, 3 Super Bowls in a row. Something's not right, buddy.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, all of a sudden Daniel Jones gets really good all of a sudden.
Well, he just got $100 million over, is it 2 seasons?
He's the new Kirk Cousins, getting paid for nothing.
Wow. I mean, this could work. This guy, who knows? I don't know.
Well, Kirk Cousins was actually a decent starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones has had one half of a good season.
Okay, but they're believing in him.
Oh, they are?
They're believing in him.
They are. Shane Steichen's a heck of a coach.
Well, maybe that's all it takes.
Wish he was our coach.
Oh, my God. We don't even know yet. We don't even know yet.
I know enough, Billy.
Wait.
Yeah, I know quite a bit.
All right. Since we need to know.
Okay.
What do we need to know, or what do we need to believe that something happened? And I bring this up because, as we mentioned, Bam Adebayo scored 83 points the other night. Now, what happens in basketball?
Oh, that was... Somebody posted about that. And
Yes.
if that was what you were going to...
Yes, that's what I was talking about. Oh, that was another one I was going to tell you?
Yeah. Okay.
And it sounds insane, right? 83 points, especially in today's league. But the Wizards aren't that good. They were not playing great defense. He had 30-something by the end of the
They're still
first.
paying for John Wall.
Yeah, right. And the first quarter, it was terrible. But then everybody's bringing up, like, he surpassed Kobe, who had 81. And by the way, I think in that game, Kobe went to the foul line the least out of the top 3 guys in scoring. So he wasn't being fouled a lot. And then you go to...
It was his last game.
Oh, it was?
It was Kobe's last game.
Okay. Well, he went through...
He actually missed a few shots to start the game. And then, when he finally calmed down, I turned the game off. Like, okay, this is going to be a Kobe-thon. I didn't realize he was going to score 80-something points. That was a historic game.
Yeah,
but it was his last game. People were like laying off Kobe.
Well, okay.
It was like Magic Johnson's last All-Star game.
This is interesting because...
He's got AIDS. Give it to him.
You've got... you look... Oh, my God. You look at the Wilt Chamberlain game. 100 points in 1962. He's the biggest guy on the court.
In Hershey, Pennsylvania.
But playing the Knicks. But there's no footage. And the only thing they still have is like the fourth quarter called on radio.
Is that it? I thought you meant like the picture he's holding up.
That's all they got.
100
is a picture. And there are people who go, this is bullshit. It didn't happen. There are people who say that. They go, there's no way. Matter of fact, my kid came into me and goes, there's no way that he did that. He goes, and let me tell you something, Larry Bird would have fucking owned him. And I'm like, do you realize how big Wilt Chamberlain was? All Wilt needed to do was get inside. There was no 3-point play or 3-point shot then.
No.
And they tried fouling. All these games become unethical. They just do. Because now the whole thing is, how do we stop this? The only way to stop it is to foul the guy and hope he doesn't make foul shots. Well, Wilt was making the foul shots.
Yes.
So then they start fouling the other players on the team. And the same thing with Adebayo the other night. He got, like, they just started fouling. He could have probably gotten to 100. Somebody needs to just let it go. At some point, unfortunately, you're going to be in the record book as the team that let one guy score 100.
The weird thing is that Adebayo is not known as a scorer.
No, he's not.
So
He's
I'll bet you, like, on FanDuel, there might be an investigation in a year, like, all right, Bam's going to go off, man, so get your bets in now, right? Because there's little whispers, but I don't think that'll be the case.
No.
He's not a scorer. I'm sure most people bet the under on FanDuel last night. Whoever bet the over was like, oh, man, wow.
Right. but let's keep it with sports for a second. When we say what do we need to believe? Pre-1990s, a lot of sports history kind of sounds like folklore in a way. I mean, it's like your uncle at the holidays after a six-pack. You know what I'm saying? He starts telling you about
back in my day.
Yes.
Otto Graham could throw a ball.
Mickey Mantle's legendary home runs. We've got a couple preserved.
525 feet.
Yeah. But
was it?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Babe Ruth calling it a shot. I don't even know. Is there footage of that?
In Chicago, there is footage of him pointing, but
do we know if that's even the
my
game?
old friend, says he doesn't think that really happened. That became a legend.
Yeah.
I want to believe the legend. I want to believe that he called
this is
his
what
shot.
I'm saying. It becomes folklore. That's the thing. And we like that. But what do we need to believe? Because now we live in a world where even when there is footage, we don't believe it. No, we don't believe it.
I thought you were going to talk about Wilt Chamberlain's 20,000 women. I mean, what's more believable,
no.
that or 100 points that he scored in the game?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have faith, Billy.
I'll tell you this. There is something about athletes that are of a certain, they're just
ilk.
They're cut of a certain jib, right? They just are, these guys. And Wilt Chamberlain was known to be a partier. Like, I think before that game had partied hard the night before. He would drive from New York City to Hershey. And he was in New York City. And the 20,000 sounds astronomical.
It's 2.3 per day.
Yeah, I got it.
They've done the math on this.
But
guy.
I mean, it could be. I would actually find that, and I know this sounds strange, I find that more believable than the 100-point game. Because there's more defense in basketball.
Well,
these women aren't putting up any defense. You're
you and I are old enough to remember a gentleman by the name of David Wells.
Yeah.
Who supposedly...
big fat guy.
Yeah. Had quite a night out.
Yeah.
The night before, he threw a perfect game.
Dude, I'm telling you right
Only
now.
24 of those have been thrown in Major League Baseball history.
And I believe that because I think that there's a thing that happens to some of these guys, and I have a little of it, not like this, but like Michael Jordan will go out and play 2 18-hole rounds and then come in and fucking blow you off the court.
Lawrence Taylor.
Most people would be exhausted. Lawrence Taylor would be out partying and snorting cocaine.
Did you ever hear this story?
I don't know.
He had like 4 sacks in a game or something after he went out all night in New York.
Yeah. He
shows up at 6 a.m. at Phil Simms' house on a Sunday of a game. Chris Simms, at 6 years old, answers the door. Mr. Taylor? Yeah, is your father home? He goes, yeah. Hey, Phil, I got to borrow your golf shoes. I know we have the same size. This guy's only going to let me play his course in the morning. He goes, yeah, okay. He borrows his golf shoes. He goes and plays 18, shows up at the stadium at like 11 o'clock, and ends up having a huge day.
Yeah.
Like, didn't go to bed.
No, there's just something that happens with these guys. It's an adrenaline
they're
pump.
different.
I don't know what it is. I think Jordan had it. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody of that level to some degree has it. There may be, a few guys who don't, but I don't know. But back to the believe or not believe. Now, great. Do we believe those stories? I'm saying here, yes. And I bet you we could find a doctor who go, fucking impossible. Keith Richards says he would stay up for days, and he's 80-something years old.
There are stories about Ric Flair that would make you think he would have died. In a sport where they average 9 wrestlers a year dying in their prime. And somehow...
Why do you think that is?
Well, it's like playing a football game 7 days a week, twice on Saturday, twice on Sunday, and doing it 300 days a year. Okay? Like Lawrence Taylor. You want to talk about Lawrence? Lawrence Taylor actually wrestled at WrestleMania and said it was harder than any football game he'd ever played. Now, that's the contact I mean, he played professional football at the highest level.
Right.
One of the greatest, probably the greatest defensive player of all time. And he said that was harder than any football game he ever played. Now, you're Ric Flair, and you're doing what they call broadways, meaning you're in the ring, not 5 to 10 minutes like the WWE. We're talking like 30 to 60 minute matches.
Right.
And then he would drink 5 beers and do 12 shots. He wasn't into drugs, but he drank.
Yeah.
And he would still get up. He'd fly halfway across the world, go to Japan and wrestle and fly back. And it's like, are these stories true? And they asked the wrestlers, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We don't know how he's still alive.
Well, what's the one on the cross country flight? Who was the Dodgers hit a home run? He drank a case of beer on there.
Oh, it was Wade Boggs.
Yeah, Wade
supposedly
Boggs.
drank 60 beers or something on a cross country
flight. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I can see that for sure. But we literally, just as an example, we literally have footage of Neil Armstrong being the first man on the moon, the first guy to walk on the moon. There is moon dust, and they put their footprints are there. We're not. There are people who absolutely, unequivocally will never believe that. Never believe that we did that.
Oh, yeah. And there's even stories where President Clinton said he was having a meeting and the Republicans and the Democrats weren't getting along on this certain thing. And he goes, the NASA was there that day. He goes, can I have this moon rock? They go, you got to give it back to us, Mr. President. He goes, I'm President Clinton. I'll get you your moon rock back. He brings the moon rock into the room and he goes, hey, look, this is a piece of the moon. The moon's going to be here. We're all just passing through.
Yeah.
Like, this is the actual part of the moon.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would a president just, do that and tell that story and make that whole thing up? Maybe he would, because there's a lot of things these guys make up. But I mean, I really believe we walked on the moon. Oh. But now, like, you got guys like Rogan saying, no, it was all staged. It never happened. Because look at the footprints and look at the back of their shoes and look at this. It's
right,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if video evidence isn't enough, what is? And honest to God, we have the social media trust collapse.
We don't trust anyone.
No, it has collapsed because we have way too much footage of everything, and people
still don't believe it.
Trust none of it. None of it. No.
And well, part of it is because the media now, on both sides, takes sides. Here's an example. Protest in New York City.
Yeah.
Guy is protesting out in front of the mayor's house, who happens to be a Muslim. And this protester is defending immigrants. And this Islamic protester comes out and throws a bomb. It's on video. You see this. It's on tape. And CNN's like, 2 people were arrested for throwing a bomb. Can you believe this? Like, what happened? Like, no, the video is right there. We saw it. Why are you debating this? And that's what happened. There was actual debate. The right says, oh, look, this happened. The left says, oh, no, this was just a misunderstanding, because we don't trust the media anymore. And by the way, Fox News does this stupid stuff too. Okay?
No, wait. But I didn't see any of this. I didn't see it.
I'm not surprised, because the story's kind of being hushed.
Well, I haven't.
Elon retweeted it.
I don't.
I'm sorry, reposted. But the point is that, like, we don't trust people anymore because we have lost trust. I mean, look at 2020.
The internet doesn't create or just create, let's say, misinformation. I think it has destroyed a shared reality. It used to be that everybody saw the same thing. And now you could show 2 people the same exact video, and they'll come up with their own conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's turned everyone in a way to their own conspiracy theorist. And there are times where, with AI now, you're not sure. There are quotes that are attributed sometimes to people that even if I don't like them, I say that there's no way that that's true.
Yeah, there was one going around today about the last moment between Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin in the hospital. And then Grok said, no, this never took place. This was all made up, including the image. It never happened.
Okay.
Like James Dean, not James Dean. Oh, gosh. Dean Martin.
Yeah.
Dean Martin saying goodbye to Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. wanted to see Dean Martin. Dean Martin didn't go into hospitals. He thought it was very macabre. He didn't want to do it. He knew Sammy was dying. Then he decided to visit Sammy, and they talked, and it shows him embracing. And Gronk said, this never happened. This is a made-up photo and a made-up story.
How does Gronk know?
Well, that's the other thing.
I don't know, Dan. Who are you going to believe?
Here we go.
Right. This is where we're at.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
This is where we're at. Right. Because I'll tell you what, you could have 4K cameras. You could have 70 angles, instant replay, throw in 10 million tweets about it, and we would be looking at the Wilt Chamberlain game, 100 points, and you would still find somebody on TikTok saying it was all CGI.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's all CGI. It was green screen. And there's a part of me that sort of loves that because questioning everything, it's okay. You can question things. I think that's all right. But I don't know. I think we've gone too far with some of that.
Well,
stuff.
in the Gospels, it talks about Jesus rising from the dead in front of all 500 witnesses, and the Bible even says, but some still doubted.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you don't recover from a crucifixion.
My eyes must be deceiving me. Hey, man. Okay, but conspiracy brain is what I think a lot of us have turned to.
Yeah.
So what event?
I mean, for years, Alex Jones and Glenn Beck were wrong. All of a sudden, man, these are our most trustworthy sources.
Alex Jones.
Right? Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah. What event could happen today that everyone would actually believe? And is there any? And let me give you a couple as an idea, because there's somebody had sent me, I think it's called the CE5, and this person has been doing documentaries and scientific look into aliens and saying other species and things that live outside our planet and looking for contact. There are people that will tell you we're going to have contact in 2027 with another race from a different planet. They show you all these things. But so then I find out that the guy's has a new movie, a new docuseries or documentary actually on this stuff with the aliens. And I go, oh, all right, let me see how legit this is. I actually would like to hear what someone who has some letters, degrees behind their name. Doesn't mean that they're going to be completely right, but I give them a little bit. So I go, and then everything's like behind a paywall. Like even on Prime, it's like, you know, I go, I'm not paying $8 to watch this. I'm not doing it.
No.
And it has nothing to do with the $8 because I would piss $8 away at so many dumb things. But an alien landing, do you think we'd ever all believe that?
Not before, but maybe now.
You think now? I wonder. Honestly.
That was classified information. President Obama wasn't supposed to say anything about that.
How about this one? We hear it once in a while. Guy's been popping up on TikTok. Time traveler. What would it take to believe that?
What? No, Billy, I've seen Back to the Future, and if you get a good flux capacitor, that could happen.
Okay.
How come time travelers can never tell us what really is going to happen? Like time travelers can never give us an account of anything, and then we get into the future like, oh wow, that happened, and that happened. We have yet for that to happen.
No, I know, but there are times where people will say, like people have traveled back, like they think in old photos they're seeing an iPhone in somebody's hand or something else, like a time traveler, and no one can find this person, so it's possible, but it could be. I don't know.
But they would have to have iPhones working back then too.
Well, or they
the
just
technology is just so amazing.
They had it because they traveled with it, and it wouldn't work, so they just carried it around. Because we're all addicted to it.
But I've seen the video, the grainy black and white video of the guy with the hat, and he's in a suit and jacket, and he's holding what looks like to be a remote control to his ear.
Okay. I don't know.
I remember watching Knight Rider. A guy would talk to his watch. Like, Dad, could that happen? No.
Okay, well, guess what?
Now he can.
Yeah. People are doing it now all the time. That's another red flag. Let me tell you another
guys who are talking to their watch?
No. Well,
Wives who talk to their watch.
no, even that's a little strange, but I get it. If sometimes you might have
I'm not going to name anybody.
Boo.
Alexa, set timer for dinner.
The person walking in public on a speakerphone.
Oh, that is the worst. And they're always old.
Not always.
Oh,
Not
really?
always.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Always, my
I take it back.
man.
They're always old or fat.
Okay.
Yeah, see?
Okay. Well, I happen to be in a store. I don't go in all that often, but it's a great American store, Walmart, and I saw 2 or 3 people on phone and not just on speaker call. They're on
Full
FaceTime.
Oh, that too.
They're on FaceTime. So, you hear, where are you at?
Oh, Walmart's notorious for that. Every aisle, someone's on a freaking phone. Out loud.
Yes.
Wegmans, not so much.
No.
Wegmans people have the courtesy of using like a Bluetooth if they're doing it.
Okay. So now if I say to you, I think 45% of the customers at Walmart are on a speakerphone or FaceTime. Am I exaggerating or do you buy it?
No, I buy it. I totally buy it.
See, that's terrible.
Totally buy it.
Right.
Like I've told you the story about every year, the last Saturday before Christmas, I go to Target just to see all these women crying on each other's shoulders. And every year I'm never disappointed.
I know. Well, yeah, somebody brought that up about you and Beth.
About me and
well, going and
I showed her. I go, look. You know what, honey? I didn't believe you. I go, you need faith. Believe me. If I say it, take it to the bank.
Oh, trust me. Yeah, not a red flag guy there. Believe me, if I say it, it has to be true. So if I'm just reviewing in my head,
yeah,
Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points, 1 game. We have 1 photo of him holding a piece of fucking paper that says 100 points. Now, they went to get Bam Adebayo's socks and shorts and jersey. It's all going into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's going to Springfield, yep.
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm sure there's something. I'm sure Wilt's got stuff there, but I don't know if it's that stuff. Where's the ball from that game? Like it's almost like they didn't think of it.
Yeah, the NBA wasn't that big a deal back then.
But he holds up 100 points, and that's enough for everyone to believe it. But if you show people video of the moon landing, they're going to tell you it was filmed in a basement in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the argument. And I go, I don't understand where that comes from, because there's footage of the moon. There is not footage.
Let's put it this way. I think a lot of this comes from, you have the cynicism from what happened in 2020. A lot of the cynicism really started back during the Vietnam War, okay? And over time, we've learned more. We've gained more information. We've learned about all the government stuff. We've learned about all these other things, classified stuff from the government, the Kennedy assassination, and society's become smarter. They've also become more cynical. Yes. Cynicism doesn't equate brains. It just makes you just more skeptical. It makes you
question
things. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're smarter. All it means is you question everything. That doesn't mean that it's right to question everything.
If you question everything, are you also seeking answers? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you question things,
you could just be the bitter man yelling at the clouds.
You got it. You're just that old. You're
and
a
another red flag guy.
Red flag.
Another red flag.
But if you're that person that says all these things and then goes, I've watched all the movies. How about you go read the articles from the time? Somewhere, somebody was recording this in real time. There were articles, there were papers. We can find that now. It used to be microfiche. You didn't even have to do that anymore. Now they got it's probably all. So you could probably just sit in your house. You could probably sit on your toilet and look it up on the phone. But at least it would be someone doing a little bit more than just I don't believe or I question everything. Okay, but do you try to find answers to everything? That's all.
Yeah. I mean, like right now, we've gotten to a point where I think it was Trigonometry, that podcast, they were talking about how now, because we are all now our own media company, we all have YouTube videos, there's all these influencers out now. To compete with the other influencers, they have to keep raising the stakes. That's why people like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and others continue to make outlandish claims. With Candace Owens, if you follow her, the First Lady of France is actually a man. Then Charlie Kirk gets assassinated, and now, according to Candace Owens, Turning Point USA, led by his widow Erica, was behind the whole thing. And Trigonometry's point, I forgot the host name, Constantine Kristen or something like that. He said they keep raising the stakes because they need more clicks, more views, because that's how they get paid.
Yeah.
So they have to keep. So now the story continues. You have to wait till later. The story's getting greater now. And now we're at a point where even Obama said, once everybody's questioning everything, you've won. And who's you? Well, they are.
Yeah.
The people who want us all fighting each other and disagreeing, and because nobody really knows the real story.
Right.
And that's where we're at.
But I think that questioning things and doing some real research instead of listening to somebody and buying into it is okay. Here's the problem that I have with the world today. The problem I have is that someone will come at you with something, and even if they're going to try to say it's all factual, a lot of it also is opinion, right? So they're coming with stuff. And I used to have this argument because I would always say, and it was philosophically balanced argument, I thought, in that an opinion by definition is halfway between fact and fiction. Now, other philosophers would say to you, well, there's sometimes some opinions have more fact and less fiction. But the problem is that there's always some fiction in there, right? What the percentage of that is, I don't know. So I think when people are coming with this stuff, they also have to realize that what they're saying too may not be fully accurate. And that if you don't agree with their opinion, they don't want to hear yours. And that's the part that I don't like, because that leads to like no discussion on things. And to me, you have to have some kind of balance here a little bit. You know, we got to tolerate a little bit of stuff. And yes, I get it, but boy, some people now it's almost like it's like a fight. It's a punch. Right there, it's just to punch harder with my opinion, and it is the people who get louder and they want to slam it down, and they want to. And my thing is, what does that do? I mean, if you're an adult and you're still slamming doors because someone disagrees with you on something, you need to do a little self-reflection here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
red flag.
Well, it's a red flag.
But yeah,
and I just think like those things, and that's the world I see now, and a lot of times it has gone from what used to be the WWE wrestler type aggressiveness that we would see, like, hey, I'm gonna,
you know something, Bill Moran?
Yes, that kind of thing.
But I got to call you by your full name.
But if you go back, there was a great show that I used to love. It was the Morton Downey Jr. show, and he was smoking and doing. But that guy,
here's another example,
was the first one that I could see in that I remember in the public eye. I'm not going to say he was the first one. It's the first one I remember in public eye.
He's based on New York.
That was coming opinion, and you're wrong, you know, and that sort of thing. And then you know where it really spilled over was like sports radio really gets that way.
Yes.
And it's all opinion, and it's all, I love it because it's based around nothing that really has any consequence to most people's lives, unless I guess you're betting on the game, and maybe. But my point is, like, those are and so now that kind of aggressiveness has spilled into social media, and you isolate people. We've got into a place with politics where families are not speaking to each other, and I find that so sad.
Yes.
And so ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And you know, what can you say? But again, just because you think somebody's great doesn't mean that what the other person is telling you that may be false are entirely wrong. And that's where, again, their opinion will have some fiction in it, but it'll also have some fact. Yours will have some fact in it and some fiction as well. And if you're really going to be a human being that's socializing and living in this world, we got to change that shit a little bit.
Yes.
You know, because I even hear things like, we need a little more kindness. No, we don't. We need a little more fucking tolerance. We need to stop feeling like you're always correct. That's what I think.
It's okay to be wrong.
It is, because how else are you going to learn? Like, seriously, you know, it's, and I get it. Things change, things evolve, right? And I was challenged on one thing that I think pretty strongly on. And you made a sort of a joke about it when I brought up the fact that we were going to get into doing some merchandise, and you said, cancel Survivor, right? And I always thought like the cancel culture to me was a bad thing, because if we've decided to change as a society, why, and we're going to lift everybody up, we all want to lift people up, we all want to help people get better, why are we going to then stamp out somebody who made a mistake and not give them another chance? But as somebody said, how many times is enough? And I don't have an answer to that. Mm-hmm. How many times is enough? Like we say, oh, don't do it. Or does it just make them go underground? Does it make them more? And I'll tell you what, maybe that's part of the reason we're also seeing such a pushback now, because I think they just did a survey and it's like young guys, and I don't even know what they are. Gen Z, maybe? Gen whatever?
I lost track.
And they're more misogynistic than the boomers.
Mm-hmm. Because I think they're just tired of the emasculation.
Or
the idea of emasculation.
That's right. Because they've been told that this is emasculating by somebody who stood up, that was loud, that they listened to, that spoke with what?
Authority.
Yes. And confidence.
Yes.
Right? And all those things.
And got momentum.
And got momentum. And again, is that person wrong? Probably not entirely. But again, it's an opinion. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And I think we got to look at it through that lens and stop being so defensive on everything, because not everything is out to insult you or hurt you or whatever. I know that I move through this world. I'm finding it more and more that I move through this world very differently than most people. And I'm not saying it's better. Please don't think I'm saying that. Sometimes I question my own mental health. I don't have the same anxiety as people. Oh my God, I worry about this, and I'm a doomsday. I try to think of all the things that could happen. Guess who doesn't do that, and probably should, is me. Mm-hmm. Is me.
Yeah.
I just go and do stuff. Dumb or not. Like, I'll get in a car and try to go 150 miles an hour without thinking what could happen if I lose it. I don't think that's going to happen. So
I think 95%, unless it's the weather, unless it's like things you have to know, like, okay, voting's Tuesday at 9 o'clock, whatever, your taxes are due. Unless, if it comes from a screen or a speaker, it's entertainment. Take it as such.
Okay.
That's how you should look at life.
I think that's fair.
If it comes from a speaker or a screen, it's entertainment.
Now, look, I think there are people that on both sides of the political spectrum, since that's really what the big divide in our country is now, I think they have some valid ways of looking at things. I really do. I think there are times where I say things and I go, boy, maybe that's more conservative than I'm even willing to admit. But like when I look at stuff, because I had a conversation with somebody, I think it was my mom, that I had a conversation about the pandemic. And I said, I worry a little bit about the effects that it had on a certain generation. I know that technology has sort of isolated us, but the idea, I even think sometimes it is now affecting the liquor industry. Can the liquor industry afford to be affected? Probably. But you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Probably. Does it mean that smaller venues...
All those markups, Billy.
Well, smaller venues may wind up shuttering. Yeah, okay, but that happens in any business, and it's you got to do what you got to
pivot.
But it's younger people that aren't, and I think a lot of times it's because they just rather be home. They don't. I think that,
or they found gummies,
right? And then I did get the vaccine, but what I started to think about, and it only hit me when I went for my physical, and they said to me, because I'm a man of a certain age, they have a pneumococcal vaccine. Mm-hmm. Now,
for meningitis.
I thought it was more for pneumonia.
Oh, maybe you're right.
But I don't know.
You might be right.
Because I've known pneumococcal pneummonia. You're
probably right.
As a child, I was hospitalized.
I'm thinking of meningococcal. You're right.
I was hospitalized often as a baby up to about the age of 3 for pneumonia.
Oh, no kidding.
I had a lot of pneumonia as
and
a
you
kid.
ran track.
And I ran track.
Wow, you overcame.
I did.
That's like a J-Max story right there.
Yeah, I did. And then I probably smoked a cigarette or two along the way. And yeah, I'm fine.
While running track.
Maybe.
That's the comeback player of the year.
I was the most improved.
Sponsored by Marlboro.
I was the most improved. And oh, look at that. Oh, my Moran flag fell. It's the Moran coat of arms. By the way, just real quick.
All those cigarettes.
The things in the background are all from listeners. Well, the Kevin gave the little people and the Stones sign that flipped over, but the flags are from listeners.
That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Like, we get a lot of cool stuff. And when we begin the next segment, I'm going to plug a bunch of things that we have, and I'll try to fix that. But where was I going with this?
You were talking about the
pneumococcal. The pneumococcal.
Yeah.
And I said to my mom, I go, what's interesting to me is they have done studies and they realize that people of a certain age are more affected. I said, it would be shocking to me if my son, who is 24, my other one's 25, had gone in for physicals and they were offered the pneumococcal. That would surprise me because it's not, they're probably fine without it.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
Yes.
Do you see where I'm going?
I know where you're going.
Okay, where am I going?
You're going to, are they pushing medications on people that, okay.
I'm not. What I'm saying is, if they know by science that this affects a certain segment of the population, then why did everybody have to get the vaccine?
Oh, great point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying younger people didn't get sick. I know someone who was in their 30s who was sent home with an oxygen tank, was hospitalized, needed the ventilator, went home with an oxygen tank. So I'm not saying it didn't do that to everybody. But my point was, when you hear these people who go on about the vaccine, I don't know that they were anti-vaxxers as much as they were saying, I don't trust, this is too fast.
Yes.
Now,
my older sister who passed away was one of those people. She says, I'm in the industry. Vaccines don't come out that quickly.
Okay. So I don't know.
Unless.
I don't know. I can't say. I went and got it. But I also think, like, so then people go, yeah, but you could spread. Yes. You were less affected by COVID if you had the vaccine, supposedly, right? I think I got sick for a day. I did get COVID. I got kind of knocked out for a day. But I don't know if that's because I had the vaccine or not. I did have it. But my point is, like, it was affecting mostly the older population, but that became such a political dividing point in our society. And people were labeled things that I don't think, and I'm, by the way, I'm one who got the vaccine, so I'm just saying this, but they were labeled as anti-vaxxers. I don't know that they were anti-vaxxers.
No.
They were not people. They just said, not this vaccine.
There were nurses who were like who administer vaccines for a living.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, I don't know about this one.
Okay.
You're an anti-vaxxer because we have to paint people with an evil brush.
Okay, but the anti-vaxxer thing, I go, boy, that's where it became so bad. And so then it was like, you're going to be killing people. But the other thing is, like, if I have now, I don't know enough about vaccines, so please understand that this is opinion. But I'm just trying to draw parallels. If I get measles, mumps, rubella vaccine, I should be fine to never get measles, mumps, or rubella. Every once in a while, you'll hear about not an outbreak, but a couple of kids getting it, whatever. Okay, but if I have it, I don't even worry about it. Because I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't know that was necessarily the case with COVID, but it was recommended that if you got it, it would be less. And what population was it affecting the most? Like pneumococcal? The older population, right? And even older than me. And I just wonder if we made, not a mistake, but we made a big deal out of something that has become such a dividing point that I don't know that we'll ever recover, if that makes sense.
Oh,
again, opinion, just saying.
I could see that. I mean, because it became like a hotbed issue. I mean, I know people who got the vaccine and died. I know people who didn't get the vaccine and died of COVID.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to get it.
Yeah.
I ended up getting it after, I mean, I think I got it and then I got COVID. I ended up getting it because I was told that if you ever want to like come back to St. John Fisher and announce a football game again, you better get this vaccine.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think.
And I was like, really?
I think they were all trying to, I like to think most people were doing it out of the best.
In good faith?
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. You know, all these places,
are funded.
Even private, get some kind of government funding. If you're not playing by if they're not playing, right, if you want your money.
If you want your money.
And I'm going, as the government, we lost a lot of trust because now there are. And again, we can go back to conspiracy theory as to we have no explanation why this younger person, early 40s, died So the only thing we know that was different was they got the vaccine.
Yeah.
Does that mean it was the vaccine? Probably not, but I guess by the, if you're just going by elimination. My only point was that we do say to certain people of a certain age, get this vaccine, get that vaccine, and we don't tell that to younger people. This was something that was affecting the older population. Did they, again, pandemic, bigger, right? More scientists looking at a whole population? Yeah, okay. Scary, not knowing, right? Not knowing what we were going to do. I don't know. I just think when you look back, right? Hindsight's 20/20. We'll take a moment. I think we have to do the bit.
Oh, okay.
I think we got to do the bit, and I don't have a number, so I got to dig up some quick numbers here. But is there a state you would prefer that we call tanning salons?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, not one I would have thought of.
You would have thought we would call Florida?
No, I wasn't thinking Florida. I was thinking like Georgia, Bama, Mississippi. But no, I like Kentucky. Let's do Kentucky.
I don't think we've done Kentucky.
Okay, so we will call Kentucky.
It's basketball season, so they're probably distracted.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I didn't think they did that well.
But it's always basketball season for those people.
All right, we'll take a moment and be right back. If the new year has you saying, I did not sign up for this, like a workers' comp case, Social Security disability, or a personal injury claim, don't try to Google lawyer your way through it. Go to Connors and Ferris. They have offices in Buffalo, New York City, Syracuse, and Rochester, and they'll get back to you within 24 hours. Yeah. So even when you're stress scrolling at 2 a.m., you can call 262-COMP, tell them a little bit about what's going on in your life, and within 24 hours, one of their attorneys will get back to you. You'll talk to real lawyers who will explain things in plain English, not legal mumbo jumbo. Workers' comp, Social Security disability, personal injury, complicated? Absolutely. Something you should handle alone? Nope. Connors and Ferris, experienced, responsive, and committed to serving you better. Call 262-COMP. Help's available right now. Getting excited because we haven't done this in a while, but I thought of another red flag person.
Okay.
Now, once in a while, I find this okay. I've been guilty of it. Okay?
Is this Dixie Chicks? Listen to me.
No.
I'm like old.
That's right, baby.
Who is this?
I don't know. It's royalty. We get to use it.
Oh, okay.
But what I was thinking is the person who laughs at their own jokes. But I don't mean just laughs, Dan. I mean like slapping the table, right?
Do we know anybody like that?
Well, I mean, laughing at your own jokes, okay. I'm talking about slapping the table, wheezing, can't get it out. And I was reminded I have done that.
I've done that too.
Where I have laughed
I
so
do it
hard.
at every show.
Do you remember, like, I used to, I would think of a zinger to come back at Tommy with, and I would start laughing before I delivered the line because it was so funny to me.
Tommy would do that too.
Yes.
Every time he'd say something funny, he'd look at me because he knew I would crack up.
Well, that's what a comic does. You're looking for that.
But oh gosh, he's the best.
So I was
if I were Tommy, I'd laugh at my own jokes too.
I was thinking of doing this bit a million years ago and how I used to get excited and I would laugh. I loved it. I just did. So Dan picked the state of Kentucky.
I want to thank Juice for bringing back this idea, resurrecting this idea.
He wanted to call a place in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. So my phone is hooked up. I did not get a burner phone. We're going to try to use some kind of technology that maybe will protect us. Maybe it won't.
Cellular One?
I'm just hoping. Now, should I give you the names? I'll give you the names of 3 places. Okay, and I won't say where in Kentucky we're calling. Okay, but we're calling in the state of Kentucky. So these will be tanning salons, and tell people what you're going to say. What's the idea? How long?
The idea is that I represent a funeral home. I'm an undertaker or a funeral director, and our makeup artist, Yvonne, is out with some type of illness or situation. Right. I've actually come up with some. So we need to get Mrs. Johnson or somebody else's name that I'm going to throw in here their body needs to be, warmed or colored for a showing.
Yeah, like makeup.
Yeah.
She's our makeup artist.
Yeah.
She does
so we got to brown up the meat a little bit. So we need to swing her by the tanning bed just to get some color.
Yes. Let me get this off, and I'm going to put on a little dialing music here. Yeah, a little dialing music for you, Dan. Get yourself all set. So now, what do we want here? Do we want to see if we can get someone to stay on the longest?
Which one of these funeral parlors, which one of these tanning beds will stay on the longest?
Okay.
Let's see if we can set a record. And then every time we do this, we got to try to break our record.
Hi, Glow Society.
Hi, Glow Society. My name is Kevin from the Connors and Ferris Funeral Home. How are you today?
I am doing well. How are you?
Good. And whom am I speaking with?
This is Glow Society. This is Donna.
Oh, Donna. Hi. Are you the manager at Glow Society?
I am. How can I help you?
Yes. So we're from the Connors and Ferris Funeral Home, 262 Comp, and we have a little situation going on. Our makeup artist, Yvonne, we had to send her home. I don't know if you're familiar with Lou Holtz, the old Notre Dame coach who passed away recently. Well, we have him. And Yvonne, our makeup artist, we had to send her home because she was playing patty cake with Mr. Holtz. She was a big fan. And so, but we have a showing for Mr. Holtz like tomorrow. And we don't have a makeup artist. So we need to bring Mr. Holtz, Notre Dame head coach, motivational speaker. We need to bring his body down and get some color. And we were hoping you could help us with that, Donna.
And he is in Bowling Green.
Yes. Football.
That's so interesting.
Football town.
Huh. Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yes. That's where he's from. That's where he got that accent.
Yeah. Huh. Well, yeah, I'm not a makeup artist.
No, we're not asking you to do makeup. We just want to brown up the meat a little.
No, sir. No. Who is this?
No, this is Kevin from the Connors and Ferris Funeral Home.
Kevin, I am so sorry. I am not going to be able to help you.
What if we threw you a few extra bucks? The Holtz family's got a lot of money.
They probably do, but I'm not your girl. I appreciate you thinking of me, though.
The Pope is going to fly in for this because he was Notre Dame's head coach.
Is he?
Yes.
Really? That's so cool. Well, you know what? There are a ton of other places that you could probably contact. I'm so booked. I can't even get, what's this guy's name again?
Lou Holtz.
I cannot get him in.
You can't
I'm so booked. I can't. No, I cannot even get him in.
Bowling Green's favorite son. Hey, you can't get him in to just color him a little bit?
Swamped. Yeah,
okay.
I'm so swamped.
Can you recommend another tanning salon?
I can't, no, because I don't really know of any other ones.
Okay. Now, are you guys do you guys do spray tans or do you do like you lay in the bed?
No, we do not do the lay in the bed. The lay in the bed is very bad for you, and it can actually get you in a situation like Mr. Holt. Ah,
okay. We don't need, well, he's already gone, so it really wouldn't matter. I just need him. I'll even stand him up if you want to spray him. That's all I need.
No, I'm good. I'm so good. I appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate your help today.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too. You got it. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Danny, what are you doing bringing up Lou Holtz?
Well, he's dead.
I know, but...
Bowling Green, it could totally happen.
No, it would, that was the tipping point for her.
Okay.
Like, she didn't believe it.
But she kept going.
Well, because she was just playing along and you were friendly.
Okay.
You weren't giving her too hard of a time. But,
okay.
All right. We got one more.
I won't do Lou Holtz this time. I'll just say Mrs. Johnson.
Mrs. Johnson, or just say like the Johnson family. They're very I don't know, philanthropic around town.
Okay.
Or even say you're calling from a different place. Like I'm calling from Lexington. They're very philanthropic in Lexington. And, something like that. I don't know. But that was such an obvious, that was such a dead giveaway. Right, I go, man, we're out of practice. We're out of practice.
We got to get better. But how long were we on the phone with her, though?
I did not.
You didn't write down the time?
I didn't. I can go back and find out.
Right.
I can figure that out.
Lou Holtz is in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, he's going to be buried next to Secretariat. What's the problem?
Slate Tanning Salon. It's just generic enough.
Yeah, they're probably not with it.
Just generic enough. Now the problem is, I think I may have to go get a burner. I think that's the problem.
Tulsa, how may I help you?
Hi, yes. Who am I speaking with, please?
This is Addie.
Hi, Addie. My name is Kevin, and I'm calling from the Connors and Ferris Funeral Home here in town. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. We have a little situation here. As you know, we do funerals here, and we have a very wealthy philanthropic family in town, the Johnsons, who have to have a showing tomorrow. And our makeup artist, Yvonne, is out sick with the herpes. And we were hoping that we could get some color for the body of Mrs. Johnson before the showing tomorrow, or this family's going to lose their crap.
So unfortunately, we don't have any makeup artists here.
Well, you guys do spray tanning?
Yes.
Okay, all I need is some color. So I can bring Mrs. Johnson by after hours, or even now if you like. All we got to do, we got the hearse. We'll just swing her in on a gurney, and then we just prop her up in the spray tanning bed, and you guys could just spray her up and down real quick. Because, like, this showing's tomorrow, and we're good. I mean, and Yvonne's not coming back. She may be transitioning, so we don't know who's coming back. We just know that we got to get this body some color.
Okay, can I give you a call back and I'll talk to one of my managers to see if we can do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then what was your name?
My name is Laura.
Okay. And is this a good number to call you back on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a call back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Now, that wasn't funny, but she bought it.
Okay, so we're gonna have to come in here.
It just blast them out for like 3 hours until we get like 3 good ones.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what you gotta do, but she shouldn't be able to call back.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'll suck.
If she does call back, be like, "Hey, listen, they changed plans."
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say, "What are you talking about? I'm in Rochester. Where are you from?" All right.
See, I thought she didn't. She played along, but she wasn't playing. Like she thought we were serious.
Yeah.
Well, she was smart enough to say we don't have any makeup artists. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you guys do spray tans, right?
Well, Could
I have handled that better?
I think the way we used to say it was our makeup artist is off. We're kind of stuck. Can we bring the body over and you give it a little spray tan?
Okay.
So that way we're not saying like we're looking for a makeup artist. Although it's not terrible because that's like twice we've heard that, right?
Yes.
But if you say we're really in a jam, we've got a showing at 10 a.m. tomorrow for the family only, big philanthropic family. Can we get the body over?
This is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. My name is Laura, and I'm calling from the funeral home down the road. How you doing tonight?
Good. You're calling from where?
The funeral home, and we got a little problem, and I was wondering if you guys could help us out here. Do you guys do spray tans?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, but that's even better. You do regular tans?
Yes.
Okay, great. We have a little situation here. Our makeup artist, Yvonne, died 2 days ago, and so since she was our makeup artist, we don't have anybody do makeup for her. So we were wondering if we could bring her by and just throw in a tanning bed real quick, get maybe 20 minutes, get some redness for her. So because we have a showing tomorrow morning, private funeral, and we were wondering if we can bring her by. You guys come highly recommended, and we can bring her by and get brown up the meat a little bit.
That is hilarious, but no thanks.
It's hilarious. No, I'm serious. She died. We have no way of coloring her up. Her family's going to be out of their mind. She's worked for us for 25 years.
No, no, thank you.
Are you sure? Because we'll pay extra.
Okay.
All
right. Well, okay. All right. We got 3, right?
Yeah, we got 3.
All right. We'll work on it.
Where'd I go wrong with that one? Was she just not dumb enough to do it?
Yes. So we have to.
Man, people were dumber so many years ago.
Well, first we were calling from a block number. Mm-hmm. Then I went through a different number that I have that I'm fine with, because even if they call back, it would be funny to play those messages back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll work on that.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So we got some bugs.
Okay.
We're gonna work out the bugs, Dan.
I thought
Just the bugs, the pop. We're gonna be good. What are you apologizing for?
I thought.
That's all right. For Dan Barillo, bringing back the old bits, baby.
Red flag. Anybody who does old bits.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
The land of opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge he make us feel. My title had to wait.